where my cheese at? Let's go, watch full of crystals, hands on the model with a bottle full of XO.
Basically, you know, not to make a long story short, being on the grind, I had left. I think I was in school at the time at Florida A&M, and I had, you know, school just wasn't giving me, you know, what a nigga really needed to kind of, you know, fulfill a nigga goals in life. Feel me, like you did what it was. You know, I'm not telling no nigga not to go to school. It was a great experience for me, but you know, I left, and I just went ahead and drove out to LA. And when I drove out to LA, that began the adventure of me meeting and greeting and building networks with people who are important in this whole music industry, you know. And when I first got out there, I started writing for Will Smith, MC LyTE. You know, that's when I was acting as ghostwriter. For those of you who don't know what a ghostwriter is, it's an individual who writes without getting paid. So at that point, I was unknown, you know, so I was writing rhymes and getting the check under the table. A lot of stuff I wrote never got materialized and never came out because I guess Will Smith or whatever, MC LyTE didn't put out an album on Overbrook Entertainment through Interscope at that time. But I was still out in LA nevertheless, and you know, just still grinding. I bumped and kept bumping into people, and I ended up bumping into Dr. Dre. He took me in, he felt my energy, he felt the nigga spirit, felt where I was trying to go. And I don't even really know, that's why I tell a lot of, like, even when I be talking to my you know, my people, I try to tell them it's never about how hot you are. You know what I'm saying? To all the artists out there that feel, you know, that sit to the table like I gotta write the hottest punchline or the hottest bars, or, you know, that's good. I'm not gonna tell you not to have that attitude because you want to become the best. But in this day and game, in this day and time, a lot of our great rappers, it was never their wittiest line that made us fans of them. It was their heart, it was their passion, it was their courage, it was the shit they brought across on an album. You know what I'm saying? It never was, this nigga's the greatest rapper of all time because he said one punchline. You feel me? Like Big L had the best punchlines ever. And him himself, he still didn't come across as one of the greatest ever until we seen him in a compromising position and understood the following he had in Harlem with Lord Finesse. Shout out to Lord Finesse, one of the first followers of Smitty. He knew me when I was V. Smith, fucking with LES up in the Bronx. Shout out to the whole DITC clique. You know, it was just a movement, and that's how you become a great artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you not to write your hottest rhymes, but 1,000 bars is cool, but 1,000 bars with no heart means nothing to me. So even with my own movement, a lot of like the niggas that you see with me right now, niggas that I fuck with for heart, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that they're not talented, but at the end of the day, I didn't fuck with them because they said a hot line or yeah, I like that song. I fuck with them because of the way they, you know what I'm saying, how they portray themselves and the heart that they give with the songs I probably don't like, you know what I'm saying, that make me like them. So, you know, that was just more or less what I brought to the game with Dr. Dre. I think he saw the heart I had in me. I think he saw the drive, and he took me under his wing. And you know, it was what it was. Maybe it wasn't the star that, you know, I could have been. You know, Dre had a lot going on at that time, but it motivated me. It taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? It taught me a lot. It just grew me up. You know what I'm saying? I understood what the game was because to me it was all about rapping and hot beats. And I think when I got with Dre, it wasn't about that no more. You know what I'm saying? It was understanding the game, being at the right place at the right time, saying the right line at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Being an individual when it's time to be an individual. You know what I'm saying? Being you know what I'm saying? Being a follower when it's time to be a follower. Our greatest leaders had to follow someone at some time. You know what I'm saying? Even a leader, to be a good leader, you have to understand what it is to follow. That's how you know how to keep people following you. Because you've been a follower and you know you probably had fucked up people lead you. So you can't be a leader if you've never been a follower. And with Dre, he taught me how to follow the path of things to get to the point of one day being a leader. You know, not to get on some preachy shit, but thank you, Dr. Dre. I love you to death. Hopefully, my next album you're getting, I know I'm on your radar. Shout out to Paul Rosenberg. They was trying to sign me. Eminem, Shake 05, all of them. They always show me love. On after Dr. Dre, while I was staying out of LA, he had got me an apartment, and Dre always showed me love. Shout out to Mike Lynn. Shout out to everybody in Interscope. Our whole aftermath team. You know, things wasn't going as planned, and I had got with my man Charlie Mack. Charlie Mack was the bodyguard of Will Smith and personal best friend. So when I was messing with that's how I met Charlie. Charlie took me under his wing because he realized how things was going with Drake. Took me out to, first he took me to Jay-Z. That's how I met Jay, that's how I know Jay-Z them. Hip hop, Jay-Z, big face to tell you. Smitty, that was his man. Went there, spit 1,000 bars for Jay-Z. Mouth dry. I can't even remember the shit I spit for him. Took Charlie Mack outside, told Charlie Mack, I want to sign him. I gotta have him. Words exactly. We left, drove back to Philly, took the floor seats there because Will wasn't there. So the floor seats, he got floor seats at the Philadelphia Spectrum. Went there, watched the game. Jay hit him like, I want to do it. So while we was waiting on Jay, we didn't want to sit in Philly. So we was like, well, why? We don't want to press him because we don't want the nigga deal. We don't want Jay saying we pressing him, and then all of a sudden, you know, he give us the little 200,000 and a pair of Air Force Ones. Nah, we was like, look, let's let him sit and do his thing. And if when he come, he gonna be ready. He said he gonna fuck with it. So in the meantime, we flew back out to LA, and Puff was out there shooting. He was doing Jay Leno, I Need a Girl Part 2 with Loon and Usher. So keep in mind, my man D-Mac, who was the production company for Game, who helped start Black Wall Street, I used to fuck with D-Mac. D-Mac used to always introduce me to Puff. I always was trying to fuck with Puff. Even Bernard used to be head of Eric Sermon, Death Squad. Bernard Alexander, my man, my heart. He didn't let a whole nigga hold money when I didn't have it. That's my dog. He was president of Death Squad. He even put me in touch with Puff, so Puff knew of me. But Mac took me up to the Jay Leno set, Charlie Mack. And I knew he heard of me, so I wasn't gonna come at him on some I got bars for you. I got these bars. Ah, man, I'm cool. I was tired of rapping for niggas at this point. You gotta understand, I was a little cocky because I had came underneath from Drake. So now in my mind, my nigga, I was like, in my mind, the nigga can't really see me. I don't know, writing shit. So I just went up to the nigga, and I don't even know if it was the smartest thing to do, but at this point of my career, I can remember probably one of the best moves I made was to say this line, in which I said to Puff. And he'll tell you, because who was it? Loon was there. Loon, my nigga, I love you, Loon. Hold your head up, he was out of ATL, that's my dog. And Usher was there. Well, Usher was dating Chili at the time, so he had came through, I think, to get some water. Both of them walked through. And they all was in there, because when I seen Usher again during VMAs, I had reminded them of it, that's when I was just breaking down on my neck.